Good morning, and welcome to the Boulder Valley Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. I'm Service Associate Paul Gibb, and I'm joined today by Service Leader Reverend Barbara Queeman. Today's music is provided by Carmen Sandim and Amy Austin. Today's tech team is Herb Axe, Paula Zimmerman, and Kathy Partridge. And Pastoral Care Associate Constance Holden is the Sunday support person. As I say the welcome words today, I invite those of you on Zoom to shift into gallery mode if you haven't already done so, and scroll through the screen so you can experience the beauty of this congregation. Those in person, look around and open your heart to welcome everyone here. Okay. The opening words are from Catherine Dalton and Joe Davis. Our music director, Tad, used them last week. Love is welcome here. Love, only love, is welcome here. Kindness is welcome here. Only kindness, loving kindness, is welcome here. So, bring your pain, bring your sorrow, bring your hope, bring your fear. We will wrap our loving arms around you because love is welcome here. Here you are given permission you may not yet have given yourself to show up and be your most authentic self. You can cry here. You can take your time here. To be you is not a crime here. We are all divine here. We shine brighter when we all shine here. We rise higher when we all rise here. We practice being kind here. You can make mistakes here. No guilt, blame, or shame here. There's only grace here. We know you by name here. We've been waiting for you. So glad you came here. We hope that you stay here. All that you are can be reclaimed and embraced here. Because love, only love, is welcome here. So welcome to you all this morning. If you're new and on Zoom, you can check out the links in the chat to help you get connected. If you're new here, we are glad you found us and hope that in this community, whether you're in person or virtually, you can experience the warmth and love of this congregation. Please come back a few times to really get to know us. We have many opportunities during the week for social connection and spiritual growth. Those on Zoom can check out the links in the chat to help you get connected. Those in person can stop by the welcome table in our foyer for fellowship information and our newcomer form. It's also on the QR code on the back of the gray hymnal. If you would like to view a simple order of service for today's service on your phone, please scan the QR code on the screens now or click on the link in the Zoom chat. Our book for sharing your joys and concerns is just inside the doors to the sanctuary. You may enter a brief personal note about what is in your heart today and mark whether you want it read aloud later in the service. You may share anonymously. If you would like to be contacted later by a lay pastoral care associate or neighborhood connector, please complete the form fully with your contact information. Our Sunday support person this morning is Constance Holden, wearing the white stole, well, is she? Yes. Yes, and waving. She will be at the welcome desk and available for pastoral care after the service. Everyone on Zoom is welcome to stay for casual conversation following the service. If you are here in person today, you are welcome to coffee hour in the fellowship hall over there. If you're joining on Zoom, please feel free to greet each other in the Zoom chat. And if you're a newcomer, let us know so we can greet you. We love to know who is among us. Those of you in the sanctuary, please take a moment to greet your neighbor. Yes, should I be standing? Okay. If you have a chalice at home, you can light it with me as Reverend Barbara lights our fellowship chalice. Please say the words along with me. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, the light of truth, and the energy of action. And now I'll sing our bowl again, inviting it to draw you deeper into the present moment and this, our beloved community.
Good morning to everyone. I'm Reverend Barbara, the grateful minister of this congregation. My pronouns are she and her. It is good to see each of you. You know, if you weren't here this morning, this would be a different congregation. Here in the room and online, welcome to everyone. And as we come together in community, listen to this invitation, this call to worship. Out of the flames of scrutiny, we rise to proclaim our faith. Out of the flames of fear, we rise with courage of our deepest convictions to stand for justice, inclusion, and peace, with hope to heal a fractured and hurting world. Out of the flames of doubt, we rise to embrace the mystery, the wonder, and the awe of all there is and all there is yet to be. Out of the flames of hate, we rise with a force of love, love that celebrates this shared community. Out of the flames, we rise. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to this community. It is good to be together this morning.
Amy. Hi, friends. So some of you may have brought someone with you to remember, and some of you may be holding someone in your heart. And so I'm going to invite you now into a singing meditation. We're going to chant this song together. It came out of me laying down with my toddler one night thinking about how impermanent life is and what I wanted to leave behind. So we'll start by singing, I love you always, I feel you with me, I feel your love all around me. And then about a little bit ways through, I'll invite you to substitute that word always, for the name of somebody that you love, that you want to feel held by, that is not right beside you. Okay? It goes like this, so join in me when you get it. I love you always, I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. I love you always, I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. I love you always, I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. I love you always, I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. I could add their name where it says always this time if you'd like, or you can just keep singing always. And if any of the words don't resonate quite right for you in that your love with that person, feel free to change that out louder in your heart, okay? We'll keep going. I love you always, I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. I love you, I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. I love you. Feel free to change the name. Feel them with you. Love all around me. I love you, Mama. I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. I love you. I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. I love you always. I feel you with me. I feel your love all around me. Thank you all. I brought some friends with me. Thanks. So is anyone ready for a story? Oh, good. Okay. Here's the story of Lola and Kit. So this is Lola, a rainbow tiger, who lived in a forest far, far away. Not very far from the same forest. In the same forest was Kit. Maybe the forest was called Indianapolis. Who knows? And so in this forest, this magical forest, Kit and Lola met one day outside the forest jamboree. Now, they weren't in the middle of the forest jamboree where everyone is having great fun. They were on the edge, and for some reason, no one knows, in the middle of July, they just started playing and singing Christmas songs in the middle of July. And they knew right away that there was something special about their friendship. Maybe you've had a friend like that. Now, they had so much in common. Not only were they rainbow colored, they had matching green Labubus, you know? And they had so many things. If you don't know what a Labubu is, you'll have to look it up. So they delight in each other's presence. And Lauren was the kind of person tiger, that everywhere she went, when she would laugh, the trees would want to laugh with her. Just so friendly. And Kit was the kind of friend that when Kit would sing, the squirrels would want to sing along. And together, they were very sparkly. And even when their forest schools were different from one another and they lived far apart from one another, they would still get together and go on long adventures all around the forest and climb the trees. And then when Kit moved even further away, they would send firefly messengers to send message of love and remind each other to drink the stream water very carefully and take good care of the earth and each other. And one day, when the moon was high and the stars were out, they had a really funny moment together, but it was actually quite special. They made a promise. Kit said to Lola, "If I go away really far away, further than I've ever been before, if I go away before you, I will come back as a cheerful pet ghost and remind you to play and trust your own wisdom." "Well, if I go away first," said Lola, "I will come back as a cheerful pet ghost and remind you that everything around you is okay, and also to drink water." And they laughed and laughed and laughed, longer than is reasonable for rainbow cats to laugh. But what they couldn't have known, what none of us can ever know, is that that day came much sooner than they could have imagined. And needless to say, when Lola went away, Kit was very, very sad. And mad. But also could kind of hear her friend when she would climb the trees or wander the forest. She'd kept her promise, that Lola. And Kit kept her close her whole life. So if you're missing someone, and you are walking down the street and you see something that reminds you of them, perhaps that's their cheerful pet ghost, just reminding you of their love. Thank you, friends. Let's take a deep breath. If you're here for Wonder Lab and you want to join us in a small group for a small group ritual, we're going to head out now. Okay? Sing along, friends. All the little friends and big friends. You've got the light of love inside you. Go on your way in peace. So shine that light, the whole world awaits you. Go on your way in peace. You know we hold you, we hold you, we hold you, we hold you. You've got the light of love inside you. Go on your way in peace.
You've got the light of love inside you. Go on your way in peace. So shine that light, this whole world awaits you. Go on your way in peace. You know we hold you, we hold you, we hold you, we hold you. You've got the light of love inside you. Go on your way in peace. Friends, we come to that point in our service now for the sharing of the personal, the joys and concerns, the challenges, the heartaches. I invite those on Zoom, if you haven't already and wish to express a joy or concern, to type it into the chat. I will begin by reading the joys and concerns of you who are here in the room. Paul, I will invite your help with the stones, please. And friends, there may be joys and concerns lying deep within us that we may not have realized yet. For those unspoken, those unrealized, those joys and concerns still emerging, we drop one final stone. And now let us gather in a few moments of silence, thinking all the more on the joys and concerns we've heard and those which may still arise within us. Let us be together, connected through the silence. Amen. And either continuing your meditation or join in singing, let us sing our pastoral hymn, Spirit of Life. It's number 123 in the hymnal. If you wish to follow, the words will be on the screen. Please remain seated for the pastoral hymn, Spirit of Life. Carmen. Amen, and blessed be.
Each week we remind ourselves of the abundance of our lives and this community by giving half of our plate away to those organizations that share our values. This Sunday's half plate benefits the Boulder Area Sanctuary and Immigration Coalition, abbreviated BASIC, which works to improve the lives of immigrants regardless of legal status through advocacy, education, and the lifting of immigrant voices in the greater community. You can text your donation to the number on the screen, or if you were at the fellowship today, place a donation in the offering plate as it passes. Please give generously as you so often do.
for the work and witness of this congregation and BASIC. Your contributions are gratefully received.
So this is a reading, it's number 718 in the gray hymnal. Did someone say that there would be an end? An end, oh, an end to love and mourning. What has been once so interwoven cannot be raveled, nor the gift ungiven. Now the dead move through all of us, still glowing. Mother and child, lover and lover mated, are wound and bound together and flowing. Has been plated, cannot be unplated. Only the strands grow richer with each loss. And memory makes kings and queens of us. Dark into light, light into darkness spin. When all the birds have flown to some real haven, we who find shelter in the warmth within, listen and feel new cherished, new forgiven. The lost human voices speak through us and blend our complex love, mourning without end.
And that reading by May Sarton, All Souls, so appropriate for our service theme today of remembering the departed and welcoming the new. I love that reading. As we begin a new month with the service theme of nurturing gratitude and a new clock on standard time, I trust nobody arrived an hour earlier this morning. We continue to experience many changes. It seems that change is all about us. Some change may be invigorating for some of us, while for others, change may represent significant challenge in facing the new or the unknown. We know change in the weather. The leaves are falling. There's morning frost on the windshields. Snow is at higher elevations. And my heart is warmed by knowing that some downhill ski resorts have already opened. And in this service today, change has been articulated and will continue to be articulated by the welcoming of the new members and the honoring of departed loved ones. In the political world, the 24-hour news cycle reports what feels like continuous change as we wonder about midterm elections this Tuesday, or continue to digest disruptions to social services, which millions of Americans have depended on for health and safety, not to talk about a square meal on the table. Or why we try to find some rationale in the sudden vicarious decisions among a few in power to change national buildings, which represent the collective ownership of all of us Americans. We wonder how so much national change is happening and how we can absorb it all. Fortunately, not all change is challenging. Some change is positive. Here in congregational life, change is core to this transitioning period. At this point in the calendar, we're roughly halfway through autumn. That is 3/4 of the way to the winter solstice. Here at autumn's halfway point, we're on a hump of sorts. Neither here nor there. Not in the warmth of early fall, not in the deep cold of winter. We're in liminal space, as we call it, a borderland, not knowing exactly what to expect in weather from day to day, halfway between the life of the harvest and the death of the frozen ground, compounded by not knowing what to expect in social and political life. For many, such uncertainty is unsettling. 1 foot in the old, 1 foot in the new. Do you ever feel unsettled at this time of the year? No surprise if you do. While any change can unsettle us, change might also bring hope and anticipation because of new insights we gain when we are in those liminal spaces, in those borderlands. We often acknowledge cycles of the earth through holiday rituals and celebrations to acknowledge the many cycles of life we know through the year. Rituals and holiday celebrations, they help us deal with that which may feel mysterious and uncertain. The ancients created rituals in part to thank the gods for having kept the earth going around yet one more year. Rituals make the liminal places in our lives more palatable and understandable. Rituals help articulate what it means to be human. I value holidays, not only for the day off or the change of pace. Holidays serve as markers of time. These yearly markers on the calendar remind me that I am not alone. I am connected to so many systems, so many cycles of revolving history that afford me a living heritage from the past. I am the inheritor of traditions and influences that began before my life started and likely will continue after my life is over. Annual holidays and rituals remind me that my life exists within many different systems, and I am a valuable part of those systems. So here on the cusp of a new month, we celebrate several annual holidays which support us at this liminal point in the turning of the earth. The movement of the earth toward increasing darkness, toward maybe for some what may feel like death, or maybe at least temporary death of Mother Earth, might remind us to remember loved ones who are no longer with us in this life, but certainly remain with us in spirit. No coincidence that at this time of the year, humans have created various holidays to remember departed loved ones. One holiday many of us know is Day of the Dead, which derives from Mesoamerican traditions as far back as 3,000 years ago. Day of the Dead is officially celebrated on November 1st and 2nd, that is this weekend, in Mexico, Canada, the United States, and elsewhere. And there's many variants around the world. Although the dates nearly coincide, Day of the Dead is not directly related to Halloween, which in modern life is mostly a secular holiday based on schemes and pranks from the dead, and I might add, as I've seen in many places, a whole lot of sugar this year. Yes. Instead, Day of the Dead honors the dead through earnest preparation by the living, including positive recollections of departed persons. The celebration lasts 2 days. It acknowledges departed children, that is, the little angels, as they're called, on November 1st, and departed adults on November 2nd, grounding our own remembrance ceremony, which we will begin in a few minutes. So perhaps some of you have been involved in Day of the Dead celebrations or maybe exhibits this morning or this weekend. Additionally, many Christian celebrations developed in parallel with indigenous Day of the Dead rituals and also with pagan celebrations, which recognized the turning of the autumn season. Origin dates vary depending on the historical source, but perhaps as early as the 4th century, the early Christian church developed rituals for All Saints. All Saints' Day. It began to honor the various Christian martyrs. As the centuries went on, departed leaders, other departed Christian leaders, achieved sainthood and were given their own day of recognition. such as a day for St. Mary, or St. Peter, or St. Patrick, or St. Paul. By around 800 AD, Christianity celebrated a full cycle of saints. The Christian church has nearly every day a saint's day. That All Saints' Day was set for early November, the same time as pagan holidays honoring the dead, is not a coincidence at all. These various traditions come together at this time of the year, this liminal time. Following All Saints tradition, then around the 10th century, rituals expanded to include All Souls. It wasn't enough to honor the saints, who were clearly guaranteed a place in heaven, by the way. Common folks like you and me, who had passed on, who had left this life, were also recognized, but in some cases needed to be cleared to muster the qualifications to enter heaven. In the medieval church, All Souls' Day became a ritual to help those regular souls, you and me, who were worthy of heaven, but maybe not quite ready to go there. All Souls' Day offered the departed time in purgatory, so to cleanse and perfect their souls before moving on to heaven. Prayers from the living helped give them that extra boost they needed to enter heaven. And in some cultures, to assist the trip to heaven, soul cakes were left on the doorsteps of the departed's home, and lights were left on to better see on the journey. You still see these rituals in certain cultures. Belief in purgatory and the consequent practice of earning points to get into heaven was not without controversy. Through history, some religious traditions started selling indulgences to ensure that the common person would make it into heaven. Protestant ancestors, our ancestors, as far back as Martin Luther, rebelled against such indulgences, believing heaven was not a place needing special bribes for entry. And I will refrain myself from speculating on who recently has wondered if he or she or they will get into heaven. I won't go there. I won't go there. Across different religious traditions, the two celebrations of All Saints and All Souls mixed and crossed. Who was a saint and who was a soul was not nearly as separate as I've just briefly described it. Today, what we can take away from this history is the reminder that across many world cultures, many religions set aside days to remember departed loved ones. These holidays also helping us find meaning during this liminal time at the end of October and the beginning of November. Every year at UUA General Assembly, we hold a worship service called the Service of the Living Tradition. It's dedicated to honoring ordained ministers. This service opens with the singing of the hymn, For All the Saints. It's number 103 in the Gray Hymnal if you want to look at it. All the saints, for all the saints. Every time I sing this hymn, I think of my own ceremony of receiving ministerial fellowship at General Assembly in 2003. Remembering that I am connected to centuries of souls who came before me in ministry inspires me, gives me hope and consolation that someday I too will be recognized and remembered. It inspires me to believe that each of us will be remembered for our time here on earth, for who we have been and what we have contributed to this life through our families, our communities, and our congregations. But it wasn't only early Protestants like Martin Luther who rebelled against theological traditions which involved selectivity about getting into heaven. Who has access to heaven is core to Universalist theology, the immediate ancestor of modern Unitarian Universalism. Universalist core belief was that salvation is universal. Everyone, all souls will enter heaven. This novel approach was very popular, spread like wildfire in the 19th century. It really spoke to the common person. In the early 19th century, different renderings of Universalist theology emerged, such as whether a time in purgatory was actually mandatory before going to heaven. But no matter what the specifics, the point of Universalism was that all souls are saved. Or said with 21st century vocabulary, all souls have inherent worth and dignity. Can you see how all souls has become a common name for Unitarian Universalist churches? All souls is core to the meaning of liberal faith. Around this country, I've estimated there are at least 20 UU congregations with somehow All Souls in their name. Some of the more well-known are All Souls in Washington, D.C., not far from the Capitol, and All Souls in New York City. Within Unitarian Universalism, one way we honor saints and souls is by studying our living history. What Unitarians and Universalists of the past do you know and hold up as sources of inspiration for your life? Please note, I hope in January to offer my own short course on UU history to contribute during this transitioning period to one of my particular hobbies and attributes, that of UU history. So stay tuned. It's especially important, I think, during a transitioning period for congregations to be up on both denominational history and history of the local congregation. So stay tuned in January. This may also be an opportune time to expand knowledge of our personal ancestors, family members who have nurtured us, colleagues who have guided us. I expect many of you have your own rituals to remember departed loved ones, altars in your homes, for example. I also expect that not all of your ancestors were totally perfect human beings. No one was totally a saint or totally a sinner. I know my family certainly wasn't. Still, our ancestors are part of who we are today, as we are part of them, worthy of remembrance. So, my friends, in a moment then, we will begin our ceremony of remembrance for departed souls. As Carmen plays once through Comfort Me, which will then be our final hymn, for you who want to recognize a loved one and have brought forward photos to place on the table, I invite you, while we're hearing that hymn, to come down the side aisles and form a line. Actually, come in the front so we're not blocking the view of anyone. Come and form lines in front of the dais. One by one, you will be invited to light a candle and speak into the mic briefly who you would like to honor. I'm honoring my mother, World War II veteran. A brief phrase about that person. Then please return to your seats down the center aisle, and then we will turn to the remembrances online. After that, I'll offer a brief blessing, and then together, to conclude the service, we will sing Comfort Me together. My friends, at this liminal point in the turning of the earth, may we remember those who came before us, keeping their spirits alive and strong and loved. May this be so. All right, for you who have brought photos or want to acknowledge beloved departed ones, I invite you to come forward and form lines up here. And Carmen, how about a Comfort Me? Remembering those who have come before us, reminding us that we are not alone. We are never alone. Connected especially by this liberal faith that reminds us that we stand on the shoulders of so many who came before. And we feel this obligation to pass this on to those who will come after. Let us remember all that has brought us to this point, doing our best to fulfill their legacies as we all go forward. Let's take a moment or two more of maybe some big deep breaths and a few more moments of remembering. Amen. and blessed be. To conclude musically, I invite us to rise in body or spirit and sing Comfort Me. It's number 1002 in the teal hymnal, and let's do the first two verses of Comfort Me.
Okay.
The first two verses of Comfort Me. Please rise in body or spirit, my friends.
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul.
Thank you. And now, folks, I remind you to remain standing as we extinguish our chalice. The words will be on the screen. Let's join together. We extinguish this chalice, but let the warmth of love, the light of truth, or the energy of action, these we carry in our hearts until we meet again. And now, as we conclude for our benediction, I invite you, as you wish, to join hands, arms, and spirits, not only here in the room, but with folks online, as we repeat our all-church covenant. We covenant to be a fellowship where our differences are a source of deep learning and spiritual growth. We strive to promote love, reason, and respect as we work together. Amen. Shalom. Salam. Namaste. Blessed be.